we're always tossing. Tossing the garlic parmesan, the hot, the whole. This is mixed movie picks for tonight.
One looks like Mission Impossible.
One maybe. Both of these are from 1978 and 2015. That's right. And they're both our classic film reviews of the week. The WIZ from 1978, because we are celebrating Juneteenth here on the channel. So we're celebrating black cinema, especially black exploitation films and other great black cinema films in the past. You can see it on Does It Suck and Classic Film Review all week. And we're finishing out this month. We're doing classic film reviews of all of the Mission Impossibles leading up to a review of Final Reckoning, the new movie coming out. So you can go check all those out. There'll be a playlist over on our YouTube. But yeah, we have The WIZ out now. You can go check that out. Full classic film review where we give background to it, I think. And of course, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation from 2015 is the one we're celebrating. And those are our mixed movie picks for the week. I want to thank you guys for joining in. I want to thank you to our sponsors, Shenanigans in Schenectady, New York. Make sure you go down, check out the wings now on Uber Eats. I want to say thank you guys so much. and it's not a man thing because I know plenty of women who can do it too. I know non-binary people who can do it. Like, it does not matter how you identify. People know how to do this, and and that is when you're a trauma kid and somebody says something or makes a joke about their trauma, and you care about that person. It's very, you have to care about the person who's saying it. Your first reaction, being also a trauma kid, is always to say something even worse than what they just said. It's always and like you think of it and you're like, oh, I'm live on the air though. And it wasn't like worse that it was a better joke. It was like worse that it was like they never came back and was like, because your dad's Kirk. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Damn, that would suck. That'd be the worst ever.
Oh my god!
All my money.
If Kirk Cameron was your dad, that'd be amazing. How would you know? I would tell you to go full in. I'd be like, own it,
like Righteous Gemstone style, just all the way in.
You better be Jesse Gemstone.
I don't have a choice. It only be Jesse.
You need those muttons. You need it all. You need that dress. He carries a little man purse around. That's 100%. That show is perfect. That show is perfect. Me, if I find that out, I'm becoming Baby Billy.
Hell yeah.
I'm just coming over all the time, and I'm just gonna look at Kirk and be like, "Come on, Kirk, give me $2 million and an 8-ball
for a small investment. I got to pay my scientists. I got to pay the back." God, that is such fun.
He was so good in it. That whole show is just fantastic. But again, you know, like we talk about great performances. That's a great one. But like, so we were talking about movies though, and like how bad ones, if they have good acting in them, just work. There are plenty that aren't either. So what do you think, like for you, like what are performances, like how do performances stand out in bad movies? So like when I watch, this is a bad movie, but it's worth it because like Christopher Lee was so good in it. The Howling 2. Okay. Christopher Lee is in that movie and he does a good job, but none of the movie makes sense. But I've watched that movie multiple times. So do you think it's the acting that pulls that in? Do you think it's the craziness? Does it make a difference?
It's a mixture of both, I'm sure. It probably depends on the individual. Like, but I do think sometimes the acting is what brings you back in, because there are plenty of movies with the list coming up that aren't good at all, but I like it because I like the actors' performances, or it was actually super good, or they dove into the craziness and they're so bad, I'm like, that's a great performance because it's entertaining. So I still come back to it.
You know, is so to think about that too, like, you know, with all these great like performances and like bad movies and stuff, like, do you think that's something that may enhance? I'm trying to ask this question the right way. So like, if you have a really bad performance, but it's a good movie, it's a good story, you're enjoying it, you like everybody that's involved. U-Ball. Let's think about U-Ball movies. Uwe Ball. He did like In the Name of the King, Blood Rain, all of those. Like he had a lot of House of the Dead. But if you go on for a little bit, there's some fantastic actors. Ben Kingsley's like in almost all of his movies and such, you know? So for movies like that, which are clearly bad and do get the stories wrong, especially of beloved video games and stuff like that, why do you think the actors keep coming back? Do you think it's just they respect the pay? Is it the paycheck? Like what? Like, and I just want like your opinion on that. You don't have to know for facts.
I'd like to think it's due to the fans. In my naive mind, I hope it's because they're like, oh, well, I did the first one, or I just did the one before this. I want to keep it going, you know, because that's my part. That's my character that I created. I want to keep it going. Probably what it honestly is probably more of a paycheck. You know, their agent probably is like, hey, you got this gig. Okay, cool. Where am I flying to? Boom. But
I guess location probably helps.
Right. But like I said, my naive mind, I'd like to think it's more of them just taking ownership of the character they created or their interpretation of it. So if they're, you know, they just want to keep it going. But like I said, that's in my own naive mind.
Okay, so has there ever been like a time that you can remember where you maybe were watching like a trailer for a movie or something popped up about a movie where you were like, you knew right from the minute you saw it, you're like, this is gonna be terrible. But then you were like, why is he in it? That's an Academy Award level actor. One I can think of is Jack and Jill. I'm like, first of all, after Ridiculous 6, I'll never believe that Adam Sandler, as a comedic filmmaker, has it anymore. I just don't think his style of comedy works in today's world.
Okay.
It still has a place. Don't get me wrong, and people can enjoy it. but I don't think it works in today's world like the hits that were in the
Right.
90s. Like Happy Gilmore 2 is not going to be anywhere as good as the first one. It's
No.
not. It's just going to be a nostalgic runoff in that trailer. And I will give it a fair shake. I'm going to go into it, and I am hoping it is good. That's the thing. Like, I may have a preconceived notion. I've been doing this a while, and so like, watching these movies and like kind of picking up on them, like I can see the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 and know like this is going to be a problem. This is going to be another Hubie Halloween, which I might like, but I can agree, I can identify it as bad because it is a bad movie. It's just because this is a staple forever argument.
It's a staple.
The forever argument I will always have with movie
Halloween's
fans
so
like
good.
you, and not just you. There's so many like you. It's you have to objectively like. All right,
I just love that movie though.
you can love it, but you can't argue that it is a dumb movie. But there's a reason we love dumb movies.
True.
Like, even taking Adam Sandler, you take Hubie Halloween. Now, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time? Mine's The Wedding Singer.
Ooh, my favorite Adam Sandler. Ooh, that's so. He's done so. Honestly, it's probably a Little Nicky.
Don't tell me, because I want to. Now, when we do Happy Gilmore 2, maybe I'll do an Adam Sandler top 5, so you can save it. But I'm going to take one. And let's just say, looking at the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2, does it have the look, feel, vibe, or feeling that it is anything like the first one, other than the characters are like continuations? I'm talking about like when you watch the trailer for Happy Gilmore, you're like, oh shit, it's Happy Gilmore. Like, it still looks super funny. I think there's something to the grittiness and the low budgetness of it. But when I watched that second one, I wanted it. I was watching this, like I was waiting for that trailer. I was like, I really want this to be good. And I watched it and I'm like, I don't think this is going to be good. And I hope it is, and I hope it changes my mind, and you'll see my review when it comes out. But like,
It won't be.
After Ridiculous 6, there's like, as a dramatic actor, even like a comedic dramatic actor, because like, was it Hustle? He had a bit of comedic flair to it, but it was a drama role. He did great. He's a great dramatic actor. He can act his ass off. I don't want to take anything away from him. And he can direct, and he's good, but I don't know if he has the touch on comedy anymore. Like, I feel like Ben Stiller sort of, when he got into directing, sort of evolved well into comedy. And his style of comedy still works. Like, he evolved it to what people are attracted to in terms of comedy. I don't get that from Adam Sandler when he does a comedy. And I think that's why, like, you get a Hubie Halloween, who in my opinion is one of his better comedy movies of the last 10 years or so. But that's saying something. That's my point. that's it's no Ridiculous 6, I suppose. God, that was so bad on every facet. That
I want his mug. I want the bike. The movie was so good.
You liked Ridiculous 6?
No. I'm talking about Hubie Halloween still. Not Ridiculous 6.
I get that. Hubie Halloween to me was okay. Nobody get mad at me. No, even better, because I just watched a documentary. Hubie Halloween is on the level of like a Big Top Pee-wee.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
It's not a great movie, especially comparatively to the first one. It's not a great movie, but it's warm, it's fun, it's nice. You like it. There's something to it that appeals to us, and the horror especially. I think really, I wouldn't mind him doing more comedies like that. But yeah, I promise you we were going to get back to the great performances and such. But actually, we'll just go to our top 5. I feel like we've exhausted enough about Adam Sandler, and I don't want to trash
James Cameron, not James Cameron. What's his name? He's going to call you a sinner.
My favorite part of that is it said I put that on the top 5. So not only is that on the podcast, it's going to be in the top 5 clip. So everyone knows Matt masturbates to Wicked once a week at 6 p.m. on Sundays.
That's how the friendship ended.
How would you feel if somebody said that to you? If somebody divulged a piece of information that's not an overly wild piece of information. If somebody was like, "Yeah, no, I can't. I'm masturbating." That's weird to hear, but I guess thanks for telling me you're doing something. You know,
No, I'd say same. That's why I'm calling you.
Yeah, that's why we do this at 8 and not 7. Paul's got some work to do. But I don't know, man. Like Matt, like it might be a little much to do that to Ariana Grande every week. Or is it Jeff Goldblum? Let's vote. Next episode, let's figure it out.
I like that. I like that a lot.
He's gonna hate us. Hey, there he is. Johnny Loves Movies. There he is. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining in. I got to hang out with him yesterday on the Horror with Sir podcast, and it was a lot of fun. We talked not Abby. We're talking to Abby some point. We talked about Sugar Hill, Black Exploitation, Zombie. What's going on? The booger booty is magical. I get it. I'll tell you where it's magical. If you want to go see some booty that's magical, you go down to Schenectady, New York, and check out Shenanigans. That's right, everybody. They got the wings and they got the talent, and we're here for it. Thank you, Schenectady and the town, for allowing such a great establishment like Shenanigans to be involved. We love you, Shenanigans. Go get the wings now on Uber Eats.
Now welcoming class of 2025.
If you have to go in, though, you have to go in and use promo code SNOBS. You have to walk up to the doorman and say, I want the lap dance, promo code SNOBS. If you don't use the hand gesture, so for everybody who's listening on the podcast right now, you're kind of lost. If you don't use the hand gesture, you're never going to get to use the promo code. So just don't tell them we sent you. Just say the word SNOBS.
Yeah, no conversation outside of that. Just walk up to him and be like, snobs.
Promo code SNOBS. Like, what does it mean? And it is not good on Uber Eats. You can't use that promo on Uber Eats until they let us. But get on down to Shenanigans in Schenectady, New York on 2169 Central Avenue. We love you, Shenanigans. Oh, it's the best. Oh, they do have wings. Boneless chicken wing. I clicked on
That's awesome.
I clicked on the website as we we're going. It was like one of the first things. It's a strip club. It has to have wings.
A website. That's why.
Oh, it has to have wings. What is one feature, before we get to mixed movie pick, what is one feature of a strip club that, like, if you go, it has to have it? And I don't want to hear like hot women or anything like that. We know what the staples are of a great strip club. I want the thing that really stands out to you.
That they have to have Pepsi on tap instead of Coke. I've only seen Coke in those establishments. Never Pepsi.
I would go one further. I'd say Royal Cola. Was it Royal Crown Cola? No, that was the stuff back. Like they would buy the RC.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bullshit. And if they have RC at a bar, which is far and few between now, like that doesn't happen anymore. But if you're ever at a bar or a restaurant or something and they have RC Cola, they damn well have birch beer, and you better get the birch beer because it's good.
So good.
It is so good. But I would say that a respectable strip club, in my opinion, that I'd want to go into has to have very clear rules and stipulations for the merchants wearing mesh shorts.
I like it.
Another deep cut. But yeah, that's get on down to Shenanigans, get your wings and more. Your wings and more. That's what it's all. So all right, I'm having fun, but
Are they tossed in sauce?
for being a part of it, hanging out, having a good old time, wiping your nose, wiping your chin, thinking about getting in that car and heading on down to Shenanigans to roast some s'mores.
11 hours and 47 minutes door to
You
door.
looked it up. 11 hours, 47 minutes away. There you go. But thank you guys again so much. Paul, you got anything you want to add before we take off, my friend?
Yeah, you guys, summer's upon us. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure if you work outside, hydrate the night before. Heat stroke is no joke. Cramps are no joke. Waking up with them sucks. It's happened to me once or twice because I wasn't taking care of myself. Be careful outside. Be loving to each other because it's still a crazy world. And we got to all do our part for each other. Keep watching movies. Keep loving movies. And enjoying the magic in them.
I love it. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us, having a good old time. We really appreciate it. If you're watching the show or watching any of these clips over on our YouTube, please subscribe. We're trying to build it out, really build out this channel with a lot of really fun, great shows that are movie-centric or just show the love of pop culture and stuff that we really enjoy. So we would love for you to be a part of that. Of course, we're going to have a lot of our Carolina Fear Fest material coming out soon, so make sure you're following them and you're checking that out as well. We're editing and putting things through now, so we'll be on top of that so you can see more come. Thank you guys again. Our Patreon members, thank you for all of your support, being there for us. It's free to join, but any of the paid tiers, those are members that just want to support and help the channel keep going because all that money goes back in to help and pay for the stuff that we need to do this and kind of keep it going. None of us are millionaires here. I wish at this point, but maybe Shenanigans will help us get there. But you guys are the ones, you're the lifeblood over on Patreon, supporting us, keeping going, allowing us to do this and just have such a great time. Not just the podcast, but the shows, the classic film review, Does It Suck? War Fact or Fiction, all these other stuff. We have tons of stuff going on. So it really comes, not to sound cheesy, but to quote one of my favorite channels of all time from PBS, it really happens because of viewers like you. So thank you guys so much. And if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. Please rate and review us. That is a huge help to us. It really helps us get noticed. It helps us get a name out there. Even if maybe you're watching it and it's not your favorite thing, please give us a constructive criticism, like things that you like about shows, stuff. I don't ever ask anybody to give me a 5 and give me a glowing review. Give me an honest review. I'd love to hear it, but I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you following. I appreciate you being a part of it and hanging out with us. Until next time, everybody, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. That's my man, Paul, down there, the producer extraordinaire. Next Friday the 13th, starting at midnight. That's right, Thursday night at midnight, we are going to start over on the Sir Sturdy podcast, Sir Sturdy channel, Sturdovision. We are going to be watching every Friday the 13th movie. They will be playing in his Discord. You can watch along over on there. You can watch along at home, but we're going to be live the entire time talking about the movie, having a good time, watching everything, all 12 movies in the Friday the 13th franchise. So please join us. Have a good time with that. And we're going to have some very special announcements and other things going on as well. But everybody, I've talked enough. I just want to thank my good buddy Kirk Cameron for being here tonight. In the spirit, because we appreciate it. And I want to thank Nick Cage for everything he does. And I want to thank lots of you out there, all of you, for watching, listening, loving. Remember to stay snobby, stay I fucked that up big time. Stay snobby, stay cinematic, and just take care of yourselves because that's important, and be kind to others. Until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. That's Paul, and we will talk to you all soon.